Heard that Saskatchewan's premier is among Western premiers furious with comments made by your Justice Minister. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think it's important to stick to the facts. The Justice Minister got a question from an Indigenous leader about how we were moving forward on UNDRIP, and he talked about how important it is to make sure that federal legislation aligns with the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People. At no time did he ever suggest we were going to be looking into or going after areas of provincial jurisdiction. I think it's really important that people not overreact or spread misinformation on things like this.
Well, let's listen to what your minister said.
The point about the natural resources transfer agreement, Chief Merkel did it indirectly, Chief Bryan did it directly, and you're on the record for that. I obviously can't pronounce on that right now, but I do commit to looking at that. It won't be uncontroversial is the only thing I would say with a bit of a smile.
What do you hear him say there?
I'd say he knows that we need to work with Indigenous communities on making sure that we're moving forward on reconciliation. But there is a full understanding that the changing the Constitution has never been in our approach, and to take a context like that or a quote like that and raise it into a level of fear-mongering.
But he mentioned, your minister mentioned the natural resources.
Stephanie, what you could also do, if you wanted to play a clip, is play the clip of him explaining unequivocally in the very next day that is not his intention at all.
The next day?
We are not going aware to that. Yes. When he put out a statement, he said very clearly that this is not something that we are looking at, and we are not going after provincial jurisdiction, but we are very much hoping that provinces like the Prairie provinces actually step up themselves on recognizing the UN Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous People and take reconciliation seriously. This is something that we are absolutely going to be pushing on. So I'm always happy to talk with the premiers about how we're going to move forward in partnership for everyone who lives in Saskatchewan.
But, sir, he wasn't talking about a UN declaration. He was talking about the Natural Resources Transfer Agreement.
No, he was talking about the UN Declaration.
Well, he said the Natural Resources Transfer Agreement in the clip.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did, because that's part of the universe of things that impact on Indigenous peoples. But that is not an area area that the federal government is going to take away from the provinces.
Well, then why did he say it with a bit of a smile? Why did he say it with a bit of a smile?
Because he knew that there was a risk that what would happen, that what happened would actually happen, which is that premiers would jump all over that and try and make it another story about attacks on provincial jurisdiction, when indeed it's actually being serious about working with premiers, with Indigenous leaders on economic reconciliation, the way people want.
If he knew that was a risk, why wasn't he crystal clear in the moment?